Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello.
Today we're doing a video on the Grand Master of the Livonian Order. This is a figure from the normal Knights box. I believe, yes, it's from the German Knights with a funny helmet box.
Teutons.
Yes, that's them, Teutons, that's what I said. German Knights with funny helmets.
God.
It's from that box. I had to cut the stupid antler things off of the top of the helmet because the Livonian Order didn't wear stupid helmets. Only the Germans.
Helmets.
Yeah, stupid helmets.
Look, if you saw someone with that helmet run towards you, what would you do?
Look, the Livonians did a lot of fighting in woods, therefore pointy things on their helmet would have made them fall off the horse when they hit a branch. That's my argument.
No, cut it off, actually.
I've just made that up and I've decided that that's why it happened. That's
No.
Yeah.
No.
So this is the actual guy in charge. You can also use the figure, if you're doing sort of a battle with the Grandmaster in it, then this is the figure we're going to use. However, the Grandmaster may not be present, in which case the Master and Commander will be present. The Master and Commander is an official title, and it's basically the same as, it's like a Marshal above the Marshals, if you watch our Marshal video. And the Holy Orders would have either a Master and Commander. I think the technical term Master and Commander is actually from the Knights Templar. Each one had a different, each chapter had a different name for it, but it's basically the guy in charge of everything military. Whereas the Grand Master would generally be in charge of the entire order. The Master and Commander would be in charge of who you're at war with. So if you're sending troops out to the Middle East to deal with problems there, then the Master and Commander would choose a marshal to go, he would select the knights to go, he would make sure that the food would arrive as the troops marched, he would make sure they would be met by people with food and equipment and horses, and then he would also arrange for another marshal somewhere else to do the same thing. Someone fighting in Russia would be sent the same thing. So it's basically, we're going to use a figure for the same thing because you're not going to get the Master and Commander on the same battlefield as Grandmaster.
So the Order, he's basically a king.
Yeah, he's a king. To the Order, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. He's in charge. So this is the Grandmaster. He is in reverse colours. Livonian Knights wore white with red insignia. Red, whatever you call it. And the Commander wore reverse colours. So,
stand out.
Yeah, so these are the reverse colours of the actual army. And it makes him really stand out of the crowd. It makes him really obvious that this guy is the guy in charge. He's wearing red, everyone else is wearing white. So he really stands out and the enemy can see him. And also your entire army can see him as well. So all the Livonian Order can see this guy sticking out like a guy painted red in the middle of an army of white people. So that's how it works. What?
Well, Marshal then.
The Marshal wears half reverse colours. So he sticks out too, but he's obviously not the guy in full red. So you can tell the difference between the two. Because you need easy identification on the battlefield. If you see two men going, help, help, I'm being swamped by pagans, then the one with more red is the one you go and help because he's the guy in charge.
Yeah.
Typically. Although no Livonian knight would ever say help, help. They just wouldn't do that. They'd just fight and die.
Yeah.
They were really...
You made a mercenary. They'd probably say that.
Yeah, these aren't mercenaries. These are guys committed. And they practiced their entire lives to be knights. They were like samurai. Equivalent to samurai. They were really, really, really well trained. And if you go up against a chapter master, he's probably going to kill you.
Yeah, he's probably like the greatest warrior. So.
Yeah, he's you got like in Warhammer you get a character who's really powerful. That's who these guys are. They really were like that. So if you see the chapter master riding onto the battlefield, he is unbelievably dangerous. You don't want to tackle that guy. And if you do, you need a dozen of your biggest mates, preferably with spears.
And maybe some extra support as well.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe some cheating weapons, you know, maybe a nuke as well. Maybe
yeah, that might work. If you nuke them, that might work. I don't think they had nukes back then.
Yeah, I know about
That's
that.
off the top of my head. They did have gas, funnily enough. And they did use gas. It wasn't very effective, but they did actually have it. They used it for tunnelling. Do you know when someone was tunnelling into your fort?
Yeah.
Well, you'd tunnel into their tunnel and you'd fill it full of gas. I can't remember what gas is, chemical reaction, and it used to poison people. So they did use gas.
Made it ill for about 5 minutes.
No, it actually used to kill you. You just choked to death. He was horrible.
So basically the X-gas.
No, it wasn't biological. Although they did use biological weapons because the bowmen would often put poison on the arrows, which would cause anaphylactic shock and things. There's one order that used bee stings. They were monks, so they had large amounts of beehives.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So they grew large amounts of mead, and they used to take the stings out of the dead bees, and they used to use it as a poison. I don't know how it worked, but I would assume it would be very, very, very painful. I'm not sure how a bee sting. I'm not an expert on these things.
I am. I'm a very big expert on how bee stings.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, he does hurt.
Yeah, you got stung by a bee, didn't you?
3 times in a row.
An evil fascist bee.
No, I
came
felt
along
something on my
and stung you.
finger, and I touched it and I got stung. Then I felt something on my ear, I touched it and I got stung. I felt something on my nose, I touched it and I got stung. And I ran home crying.
Do you know when bees are around you and they're going buzz buzz? Do you know when it starts to sound like a zoom, 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 like that?
Yeah.
That's actually the hive warning you. They're actually telling you, go away.
Wow, what am I doing wrong?
Because you're too close to the hive.
And?
They find you threatening. And so they start making a sort of drumming noise. Each hive's different, but... Sorry, we know someone, since we moved down here, we met someone who actually raises bees, and they tell us all about this stuff.
Oh, Ron.
Ron. He actually does the bee thing without any gear.
Yeah, he does now.
Because the bees don't sting him.
He used to have gear. He's thrown it away now.
Yeah, and he can actually do the beehives without any protection at all, because he knows how to do it. Apparently it takes a long time to learn how to deal with bees, but... Who cares? We're talking about bees. No, let's get back onto this. The figure is the same figure. This figure is on horseback, but if he gets dismounted or you're fighting in a castle, you want him on foot. So I have an identical figure who fights on foot, and they're the same figure, same helmet, same everything. So one on horseback and one on foot. So I think that's quite good. I love the red. I think it's really good. It took 4 coats of paint to get that colour. Slightly more complicated than the other one. So if you look round him, he's got 4 different shadings. How well does it come out on camera? Does it come out well? Actually, it does actually come out okay. Yeah.
Luckily enough.
Yeah, so it took 4 different shades to actually get this perfect. So I went over it first with red mixed with black, and then I dry brushed and I dry brushed and I dry brushed with 3 different shades of red to get that exact colour. And it took quite a while to do because I couldn't touch it while it was wet. So I had to paint some other stuff at the same time. So that's the guy. I'd say he'd probably be the most dangerous person on the battlefield.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that the Master and Commander, or Grandmaster for that matter, was actually at that last battle. Was actually at that last battle.
Yeah,
I'd like to think, instead of him being swamped by pagans, I'd like to think of him taking on one of the chieftains in close combat.
Or it's taking all the pagans on.
Yeah, or maybe as he saw everything was falling apart, he just waded into the mass of men and just went, right, let's just do this. And just died heroically. Most likely he probably fell off his horse, broke his leg and drowned. But because that happened all the time.
Yeah, but I don't think the chapter master would have charged into the swamp.
Well, they tried, didn't they?
I don't think the chapter master would have though.
No, I think he would actually have led the charge. He would have been right at the front, wouldn't he?
Well, and marshals would have as well.
Oh, actually, you're right. Actually, probably the commander
so.
would, and the marshal would. Maybe the chapter master would actually stay behind it because he would have to command the whole army.
Just get the army out.
So yeah, you need someone to give orders So yeah, maybe you're right. He probably didn't. He would probably only actually fight when it got right down to the end and people would be massacred. He would have just. I like to think he went out that way, because at least he would have died happy. You know, he was a knight.
What about the Templars?
Yeah, the Templars. Look what they did. They were these chapter masters. Sorry, these Space Marines again. These Grand Marshals. When Grand Marshals died, they took whole armies with them. Like the head of the Templar Order, he took an entire army with him. He killed like 7,000 men with his last blow. It's just insane when you think about it. He destroyed an entire fortress. He collapsed an entire fortress in on himself, you know, to kill
didn't
him.
it? Yeah.
And these guys really were something.
He had 3 of his knights with him, because all of his knights.
2 knights. He only had 2 knights left.
2 knights, because the other knights are dead.
His bodyguards, which would have been men at arms. Yeah, defending the women and children in the basement, basically, in the chapel.
And then just as the enemy got to them, they collapsed the entire.
Yeah, they knocked the pillar out and they put a wooden pillar in to hold the roof, and then the entire thing was designed to collapse.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I like to think that he went out the same way. I really do. I think that would have been a heroic end to a brilliant character. Not brilliant if you're a pagan living in the region. He's probably that evil demon person. But yeah, what a guy. That's the end of the video, isn't it? You got any questions?
No.
No? Right. So I hope you like the paint job. It did take quite a while to paint this particular figure. And I really enjoyed putting it together. It took me ages picking the right helmet as well. Because there's not much information around, but I think this helmet is the right sort of helmet. I painted the front visor white and the actual helmet itself red to give it a good two-tone colour. I thought that looked really good. So thank you very much for watching. Outro.
So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the Chapter Master or Grandmaster in the Livonian Order.
Yeah.
That's everything from me.
And everything from him. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.